Hey, it's Viviana and welcome back to my channel. I'm so stoked to share this beautiful place with you guys. Like I promised in my last video, I was going to bring you guys along to a couple of days back home in Monterey Bay. We are actually driving to Big Sur right now, and this is my hometown. I was born and raised in Big Sur, and I'm just so happy to be back. I love it. And today I got to be a tourist for once. Which honestly felt kind of weird, but I was really grateful for it. I normally would be driving to work or driving to the grocery store or driving to something not so much fun. And I would always be dreading being behind an RV or being behind so much traffic. But today, that did not matter because I was taking the day just minute by minute. It was super chill. And like I said, I was being a tourist, so of course, I did the most touristy thing, which was pull over at the Bixby Bridge. And I just had to share this place with you guys. It truly is magnificent. We were lucky though. If there was no parking, I was not going to try it, but someone was pulling out right when we were driving by, so I worked out beautifully. And growing up in Big Sur, it was just so cool. It's not an easy life at all, but it was totally worth it. And I look back and am really grateful that I grew up here. On the left here, that's our school. The elementary school is Captain Cooper and the preschool is Apple Pie, which I attended both, and it was the most coolest school ever, up on a mountain. Our garden that we got to work with or in was gorgeous and the view was amazing. And I want to show you my bus stop. This was just outside the Pfeiffer State Park. This is where 5-year-old me would wait for the school bus with her ladybug backpack. I love that. And this is the post office and the Big Sur Deli. Once, when I was a kid, this is where we would go to rent VHS movies, and that was a big highlight growing up in Big Sur, was to rent a movie, and that was fun. Good memories. And quickly, you will not see it, but shortly we will be driving past the Post Ranch Inn, which is like the most luxurious inn in all Big Sur, where all the famous people stay. But the cool thing about that, which I think is cool, was I was actually born at the Post Ranch Inn in staff housing the year they opened back in 1992. And you are now entering the coolest shop in the whole wide world. This is the Phoenix shop, and whenever I had a really good work week, like the tips were really good, I would treat myself before work to the Phoenix shop, to the stationery item especially. I loved, and this here is where I bought my journals for so many years growing up. And it'll be funny, but this is actually the only thing I bought a sticker, and it was actually on my to-do list. I really needed a new sticker for my car here in Mexico. And interesting fact, I have a 1997 Nissan Pathfinder that I drove from Pacific Grove, Monterey, all the way to central Mexico, and it actually reminds me of a Big Sur car. It's all beaten up, it's been through a lot, but it's still working, and that's all you need. So I love my little car, and I will have it forever until it breaks down, for sure. And of course, I had to bring you to the Henry Miller Library, and I love this place so much. I unfortunately have never been to a concert here because growing up, I just would always say I'll go to the next one, and it never really truly happened. I do hope in the future I do go to a concert here, but as yet, that has not happened. But I have been to the Big Sur Fashion Show here and to short film festivals here, like movie showing, so that was really cool, but never a concert. So I hope in the future I get to share that with you guys, me attending a really cool concert here. And after the Henry Miller, which is right before the Deetjen's Big Sur Inn, that is the place I'm dying to share with you. Now this here is the most magical place in all of Big Sur, and this is the Deetjen's Big Sur Inn. I am so fortunate that this was my first job ever. I was 18, I was coming over for breakfast because this was our regular breakfast place, and I just all of a sudden had a job interview. I just turned 18. I was telling Tara, who was later on my manager, she actually worked with my mom way back in the day, and I had an interview, and a week later I was starting college and starting my first job at Deetjen's Big Sur Inn, where I worked at for about 8 years. And I was so lucky to visit. It was closed, no one was here. Of course, I got the thumbs up with my manager Matt to be able to film in here, and it was so it was so special walking in here, and it was completely empty. There were no distractions. It was just Deetjen's and me, you know, and it just felt so sacred. It felt it was magical, and I'm grateful for all of the years I got to work here, and I look back and am just in awe of the people, of the moments, of even, you know, the bad work days, you know, just stuff happens. I was a hostess, but back then the hostess worked in the restaurant, so I was in charge of checking people into the hotel and also to the restaurant, and I got to deal with many concerns regarding the restaurant and the hotel, and sometimes it was a lot for teenage Viviana, but lucky me, I mostly have just really great experiences. So maybe I blocked out all the bad ones, but a lot of things happened. It's crazy, but this video is way too short to look back at all of them. So thank you for watching and sharing these moments with me. We're not quite done with the video, but very close to it. And I just want to say thank you for letting me share my most favorite places with you. Here in the family room, in this little chair, I would take some breaks and enjoy either a cup of soup, tea, coffee, a cookie, I don't know, but this moment was very important. And I'm so sorry for the bad video recording. I filmed for the first time using a new camera, and I clearly had the wrong setting. And I'm so sorry. And if you're getting sick from this bad footage, I am even more sorry. But this is the chalet room. We got to spend the night here, and it was just lovely. Now we are at the Pfeiffer State Park. This is the lodge, and this is important to me because I grew up here. I lived many years here at the lodge in staff housing, and this was my backyard. I got to walk back to the creek, ride my bike in the state park, go on many hikes with my godfather, and have many birthdays in the state park. And it has changed throughout the years. It's not the same, but it's still very special to me. And how I miss it. You know, living here in Mexico, I love it. It is my second home, but I'm in central Mexico. It's very dry. There's no nature here is not the same as back home, and I miss it. And we're back at Nepenthe, and we had dinner here because Deetjen's, they were closed for dinner service this day, and it was a perfect excuse to be at Nepenthe because I would only really come to Nepenthe on Halloween for the Halloween local party. So it was pretty exciting. I always associate big celebration, Nepenthe, with really rad Halloween parties. So it was cool to see it under this different light. And my father actually worked here at Nepenthe in his early 20s. So it was really cool being back. And it was really worth the 1.5 hour wait to get a table. It was beautiful. It was a perfect way to end the night. And the following day, we're having breakfast at Deetjen's, of course. And oh my gosh, I'm so happy I get to share Deetjen's with you when it's alive. And you'll see what I mean in just a moment. It transforms to just the most loving place.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Súper bien, ¿cómo estás?
Todo bien.
Oh, súper.
So you can put any of those items, any combination of them. I'll do. Hi. Oh, hey, Greg. Nice to see you.
You too.
Yeah, that's something I should walk. I've been teaching at MPC since 2005 and at Cabrillo since 2008. The whole time in both places. I love photography because of Dawn. Before that, I thought it was just camera work. And then I found out that no emotional photography. Now she's in San Miguel. And the funny thing is, Don Anton is in San Miguel too. So both Don Anton and Viviana shipped work from Mexico to be in this show.
Yeah.
And she traveled from Mexico to come up.
Yeah.
And she has a wonderful portrait in there. I'm sure you guys saw it. Yeah.
And that was Greg Mettler, my mentor, my college teacher. He taught me at MPC back from 2010 to 2014, and he invited me to participate in this show in Carmel-by-the-Sea. My portrait was just seen right there, and you'll see it once again. And this was the biggest and main excuse of why I went back to Monterey Bay, and I'm so grateful for it because I was really, really, really wanting to visit my family and friends, but you know, I was putting it to the side for maybe the following year, but I was able to go back. And this is Asilomar in Pacific Grove. I would always come here to photograph. I love this place. And I wish I had more footage for you, but I was only in Monterey for 4 days and I did so much. I had so many places to visit and friends and family to cherish, and I didn't record much of it, document, but I am back in Mexico in San Miguel de Allende, Guanajuato, where I live, and I have my home darkroom. My husband and I do what we love the most. He's a musician, he teaches percussion, he has the most talented students, and I pursue photography and share my process with you guys. And even though I dearly missed being back in Monterey, and oh my gosh, miss my family and friends dearly, I was really looking forward to being back in Mexico, my second home, where I've lived on and off for many years, and it was awesome being back.